When I saw this, I really liked it because it made me think of evening. And I really, really like lullabies because I have two children, and they were very small at one point. They're much bigger now. And my son Jess, he didn't like lullabies. He was a very sensitive young soul, and he responded to music incredibly well. And so every night I would play lullabies to my children, either on the harp or on the piano, and Jess would wail. He would say, "No, Mommy, no, no sleepy music, no, Mommy." And I would pull out my harp, I would say, "You," and my husband Rob would hold Jess down on the couch. "No sleepy music, Mommy." And by the third lullaby, he'd be out cold. That was great. And Rob felt that this was like an incredibly complicated bedtime routine. But if you other people out there remember how hard it is to get like a 5-year-old into bed who does not want to go to bed, I felt playing between 3 and 5 pieces of music on the harp and having him, and he literally passed out on the couch, and Rob would just pick him up and put him in bed. I thought it was great. The beauty of this one from the Outer Hebrides is I don't think it sounds like a lullaby, but it is actually a lullaby. Oh, and it was arranged by Sunita as well. The previous one and this one are the two that I took from somebody else. One day, I was at the post box. I actually had a letter to mail, which is, I know, very unusual these days, but I had this letter. So I went to the post box, and there was this young woman there, this blonde-haired, blue-eyed woman who I had known as a child. She was a teenager, a young teenager when I met her. Blonde-haired, blue-eyed girl, very nice girl, Russian degree, master's in Russian studies at Harvard. She was pregnant with her child. And I looked at her because she's taller than me. And I thought, she looks like sunshine. Mm-hmm. So I rushed home, and I pulled out my little harp because you want to play something when you think you've got the inspiration. But modern composers these days often use a computer, which I do. I have a music writing program on my computer. But the problem is that my computer with my music writing program is upstairs, and my harp and my piano are downstairs. And this is a pain in the neck, because you don't just lug this thing up and down the stairs. So one of the things that I had to learn to do was to hold melodies in my head and put chord structures and whatever, and do a lot of my composing and arrangement sort of off the top of my head, willy-nilly. And then if it didn't sound right, I would run downstairs and I would, fiddle on the harp and rush upstairs and try to get it down, and sometimes I would and sometimes I wouldn't. But this is how this melody was written, running up and down the stairs. And, I had said I like flexibility. As an eye doctor, I will tell you that having eye breaks from the computer is good for you. So that was good, right? I was taking breaks. And secondly, I find this melody very, very flexible because I also think it sounds like liquid sunshine. The next song I'm going to do is really famous, right? And when I looked at this painting, I saw green. I know that there's a lot of blue in it, but there's a lot of green too. And it's a powerful painting. And I thought, wow, gotta put this in the show. It's big, it's blue, it's green, it's powerful. What's big, green, and powerful? Shrek. So I thought of Shrek, and then it was obvious what I had to play, right? Katie Lang obviously isn't, green, but she's big, she's powerful, right? and she did a great job. And so I had to work out something that made me think of this, and it was mixed in with, I don't know if any of you have actually seen the movie where Shrek, it's very contemplative actually, when this song comes on. And so hopefully I have found it in the harp.